So we are a little tired this morning because we got the knock. Security gave us the boot after 2 hours of sleeping at about 2 a.m. But we're gonna recover, we're gonna find some coffee and some grub.
We were driving to Eugene and we stopped to spend the night in Springfield, Oregon. So, like true road trip fashion, I Wikipedia'd what Springfield is, and it turns out it's the actual home of The Simpsons. So there's murals all over town. In 2012, Matt Groening, the creator of Simpsons, officially said that this is the real Springfield that Simpsons is based off of. Between Main Street and A, 5th and 8th, we'll leave a little link as to where they are. This one's my favorite.
So last night, we, for the life of us, could not find an awesome place to park, and we decided to try and park outside of this mall. There were signs kind of a few different places that said that you couldn't park overnight, but we found an Applebee's that was just adjacent to that mall. So we figured that it was separate, plus we figured it was a bar, like if people get drunk, they could leave their cars, and that we would just look like that had happened. But we decided to go into Applebee's. We had a couple beers, and then we set up shop for the night. And we got a good, like, 2 hours of sleep, and before around 2 a.m., we finally got the knock. Security came, and she kind of just, like, flashed her lights at us and just mentioned that there was no overnight parking. She said that twice. So we had to pack everything up, which is kind of a mission, especially when you're half asleep, and then find a new place to park. We found a community park that ended up working out great, but we've only gotten the knock a handful of times, or a couple times in the RV. This was our first time in the Prius having to break down. It wasn't the end of the world, but we are exhausted today. They said that Eugene was famous for their farmers market on Saturdays, and they were not kidding. This place is huge.
This place is like way more affordable than farmers markets we've been to. Beer's $5, buckets of berries and peppers $4. You can get a meal for $9, like really affordable.
Yeah, this is by far the most inexpensive food market, produce market that we've seen.
Yeah. So this is today. We're at Eugene, Oregon, and we're gonna go to the coast. We're gonna spend a few nights in Portland, figure out how long we need in Washington, how long we need in Victoria, Vancouver, and then if it's cheaper, we should just drive to Seattle, which is 600 miles away. If it's enough money to save on a flight, but we have flight miles,
so there's just a lot going on in here.
Let us know in the comments if you think we're gonna do all that.
We're currently in Chicago. I'm editing this video, and we don't do a lot of talking. We are so tired in this video. We had a really hard time finding places to sleep, basically in all of Central Oregon. Bend, Eugene, Springfield, even into Portland in the next few videos. We have a very hard time finding places to sleep. We get woken up 4 times in 4 days, and then again, a week later, we get woken up twice. This video, when all the mathematician stuff is happening, we were honestly thinking about quitting. We were thinking about getting in the car, driving it back to San Diego, selling it, and going to Mexico City. This was the hardest part of the trip so far, and it honestly almost broke us. That's why there's not a lot of words, there's not a lot happening, and we were just so over it in Eugene. I promise the videos get better. Obviously we make it because we're in Chicago. Brandon's at the arcade right now with our cousin, and I'm finishing up this video. I just feel like I needed to tell you guys that this was really hard. And I know we're posting on Instagram and our YouTube and it all seems fun and happy, but like, this was a really, really hard week for us. So thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe to see where we go next.